everybody, welcome back to our third top 5. You had to go to the Dice Tower to watch our bottom 5s, and that's what you have to do with this one as well. This is our top 5 games from 2008.
Indeed.
So if you came over here from the Dice Tower, welcome. You are now on the Flipside. So what the top 5 is exactly what it says. We don't really have to explain this part of it because this is our 5-1 games from 2008. 10-6 was a little bit rough.
It was a little interesting.
It was a little rough.
You have to go look, but it was interesting.
A little rough. I am fairly confident with all 5 of these. However, I think all 5 of these are going to be. Matter of fact, I think we're going to have.
No way.
I think we're going to have at least.
Oh shoot!
I'm
4 crossovers.
I was going to say at least 2. I think we're going to have at least 2 crossovers. I would not be surprised if all 5 of mine are on his. But I think that'll probably come. If that happens, I don't know what we're going to do.
It'll be a quick video.
It'll be a quick video, that's for sure.
All
right, let's get to it. All right, my number 5 is a card game, and it's one where you can play with a huge amount of people. I don't know exactly what the player count restriction is, but you have to play in teams. It's you and your partner across the thing.
Pinochle.
And you have... No. Pinochle. What in the world? You have to get them to say the words that are on your card.
Oh.
It's called Time's Up. Specifically, however, Title Recall. I think that's the best version because it's the one that I enjoy the most. It has titles for movies and books and TV shows and songs. You name it, and that's the one that we've played the most. We played this so many times in our lives for the Dice Tower back in the day, and we had so much fun playing this game. I don't think I'll ever get rid of it because it has that much nostalgia for me, but it's a super easy and fun party game.
Very fun.
That really doesn't, a lot of party games, especially from this era, made you do stupid stuff. So that people would laugh at you, and that's how you had fun.
Keep your finger on your nose till your next turn.
Right. I mean, come on. It's dumb. Yeah. This one, it makes you do stupid stuff, but it's all your choice because you're trying to get them to say the things that are on your card. And sometimes those stupid things, they make it click that much faster.
Yep.
So I really enjoy this game. It's my number 5, Time's Up, Title Recall.
Right on. My number 5 is kind of a cheat because I haven't played it a lot. In fact, I got through about 3/4 of it play, and then I had to break it off. But so that's all. But I know how good of a game this is, and I know how much I'd love to play it more and everything else. So my number 5 is Cosmic Encounter.
Ooh.
I think Cosmic Encounter is a fan. I don't know why I haven't played it more. I just haven't been in the groups that play it. But overall, I mean, the whole thought process behind Cosmic Encounter just is fantastic with the asymmetric factions, and you're having your planets, but you got to go out there and get on 5 other people's planets, right? And you have to negotiate your way through, and there's combat that goes in between, and you're playing a card, and you're trying to get people to help you and be allies on offense and defense, and then stabbing them in the back later, and all of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So,
No,
just the overall game of Cosmic Encounter, really cool.
Yep. I didn't include Cosmic Encounter on my list.
Oh, wow.
It's a reprint.
Oh, it is a reprint. I didn't realize that when I was looking through.
Well, this is the copy that I have in my collection.
Gotcha.
From 2008.
I didn't realize it was a reprint.
And
when they've
had more expansions come out with more alien powers and all that other kind of stuff. So, but this was not the original version. No, I don't think it cares. I don't care.
Sure.
It's a great game, and it definitely, this version definitely came out in 2008, so you're free and clear. I don't call it really a cheat, but that's the only reason I didn't put it on my list. Which,
but the 2008 version is the most.
Yeah, it's when Fantasy Flight reprinted
the newest one, right? Or at least the most accessible one.
I think so.
Right.
Could be wrong.
My number 5 was a cheat with an asterisk. But it's still Cosmic Encounter.
It's a good pick.
One way or another.
It's a good game. Right. It's a good game. All right, my number 4 has actually had multiple reprints. I think at least 2 reprints since it came out, but this is called Wasabi. Wasabi is a really cool thing, and this is the second food game on my list this year, where you are basically making, you have a little menu of different kinds of sushi that you can make, and you're trying to draft different tiles off of the board that are going to allow you to make those different things. And I just really enjoyed it. I thought it was a great implementation of that drafting mechanism, and I just have always really enjoyed it. Still in my collection, and it probably will not leave just because I like the theme. I like the way it looks. I even thought about getting a new version and replacing my old version.
They got a brand new version coming out, or it came out, or whatever.
Yeah, I think this is like I think this is the one that's coming out this year is the second reprint that it is gone through. So it's a great game. I really enjoy it. My number 4, Wasabi.
I knew that was going to be on your list. I knew it.
Yes.
All right.
So far, I don't think we're going to have as many crossovers as we thought.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I think there's going to be at least one.
I'm surprised. Well, I'm not surprised. We are nothing alike. I don't even...
That's not true.
Don't spit on the... All right. Well, my number 4 is where you're trying to create paths to all of these lost relics or lost cities, however you'd like to put it. You're playing down cards, but you're trying to get all of your columns have to be in ascending order.
Yep.
And there's some betting you can do and everything else. Pretty simple, low rule set, but a lot of fun. My sisters, there's another one my sisters taught me a few years ago. I haven't played it in a few years either, but Lost Cities, my number 4.
There you go.
I did say it. I said it earlier. I said Lost Cities.
Well, you snuck it in there. You snuck it into your
maybe
description of the game then, yeah.
Gotcha. But that's the game Lost Cities.
Yeah. Glorified Racco.
Yep. I like Racco. I still have Racco.
You're the only person I've ever said that to that went, yep.
Yep. I like Racco.
Man,
you don't get to move your cards around in that one. So.
Yeah, I know, but that's just when I played Lost Cities, I immediately the first few times that I played Lost Cities, I could not stop thinking about my dad teaching me how to play Racco.
There you go. I still own
I could not,
of Racco.
And that's that's why I've had that connection with Lost Cities, just being glorified Racco.
There you go.
And I've taken so much ire over that, and you just like, yep.
Fine.
All right, my number 3 is currently, there's another version of this game coming out this year that looks interesting to me. And it's the first time that I've said that in a long time about this particular game. And it is Catan, but Catan Geographies Germany. Catan Geographies Germany. It is the only way that right now, currently, I will play Catan. Normally, just because I like... I used to live in Germany, and I have a lot of connection to that country just because I've lived there. And the Germany one, I really like that you're the added bonus of building the different monuments, or not monuments, but the different touristy buildings. Buildings and and statues and all this other kind of that you're going to be building around Germany. I like that added bonus to it. It wasn't just trying to get the longest road or just trying to do this over here. You added that to it, and I thought it would be cool. It also has great components as well.
I did not like Catan, but that's mostly because my family ruined it. No, it's a true statement. My favorite Catan is the American Histories one, and that's just for the fact that there's more that you're doing because you're trying to move from east to west, and you got all that stuff going on.
Isn't that the railroad one or something like that? Yeah.
Yep.
The one that's coming out is called New Energy. Catan New Energies. And so you're trying to switch from, and again, I've only read a description of it, and that was a while ago. You're trying to switch from the old ways of generating power over to, so it's like, just from what I read, it looks like Power Grid and Catan had a baby.
Oh.
And they've got a little player boards that you're moving stuff around on it. It looks really interesting to me.
I'll try it.
I'm looking forward to that one. But Catan Geographies Germany is my number 3.
All right, my number 3 is one of the OG worker placement games called Stone Age.
Ooh.
You gotta
Nice.
make your little family and have more babies and get more people and send them out mining
shack,
and
baby,
this is
shack.
It's kind of funny because we did 2007 last time, and there were so many heavy Euros in 2007. It's nice to actually see the 2008 with Stone Age come out because it added that randomness of the dice rolls and having to hedge your bets on how many workers you put out there to roll and divide by 5 or 6 or 4 or whatever else and trying to get those resources. But just a cool little compact worker placement game. But I don't know that I've ever played the expansion.
I actually liked the expansion, but it was so universally panned. I don't think it did that well.
I don't remember it.
I enjoyed it. It gave you a couple other things that you could do to score points, but people just didn't like it.
It's all about the tools, man.
Yep, that's true. My number 2, Stone Age.
We're doing pretty bad. Oh, we did good.
Yeah, we did pretty good. I think I know what his number 1's going to be, or at least it should, even though he's only played it once.
Well, yeah, maybe. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm sure.
All right.
My number 2 is Stone Age, and it's for... first of all, I have never usually been a huge Eurogame player because I usually am not very good at just figuring out the puzzles that Eurogames have, all the mechanisms, and how everything bleeds together. I'm just not usually good at that. So when Stone Age came around and threw some dice into that motif of doing that, it's refreshing. Super refreshing. And I love that it's a family weight game. It takes that Euro genre and makes it more approachable. And I really enjoyed that. And it did such a great job of it. The leather cup. Did the cup you have a leather cup in it?
That.
Mine has a leather cup, and for the longest time, it stunk.
People talk about that.
It stunk so bad, and it's like because it's not leather smell.
It's very seldom that you get a game that has something that stinks in it, and that you would remember like that.
Well, it's not leather though. That's why it didn't like
leather.
stink like it was repulsive. It was just like that's supposed to smell like leather, but it doesn't. Anyway, it's a great game. That's my number 2, Stone Age.
Very nice. Talking about stinky games. My copy of my copy of 20 Strong, the dice came out. They got like an oil on them. They still stink. Like I've tried to wipe this oil off, but they're stinky. Anyways, that was completely off topic. My number 2 is the game that he thought was going to be my number 1.
What?
And it belongs there. Number 1 and 2 could be interchangeable, but 1 has a little bit of edge. But my number 2 is a game called Battlestar Galactica.
Battlestar Galactica.
Absolutely waited too long to play this game. I've wanted to play it a long time, and I knew I would love it, and obviously I loved it. Just such a cool freaking game, man. Just all the way around. What a cool game. I love the theme. I love the shows.
I do think it's one of those games,
I love the integration of the table work.
That if you didn't watch the TV show, you would have less of a chance of really liking it. I think you could still like it without having done so, but I think really watching it is what really makes it better for most people.
Yeah, maybe. I guess people say that they played the game and then they go watch the show.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't.
I've watched the show a couple.
I guess
I've been
nowadays
through those seasons a few times, but
yeah, I guess nowadays that would be true because it's not contemporary anymore. But back when this was coming out, that's what I found. If you were savvy on the TV show,
it makes so much more sense.
You loved the game.
Yeah, it makes so much more sense.
Yep.
And sad enough, I've never had a copy of this. I wanted a copy of it. It's been on my wish list for a long time. In like 2018, 2019, Mel went to a thrift store one day and brought home several games, some good ones. I can't remember what she brought home. I know one was an Ascension, but whatever. And she says, "Hey, have you ever heard of this Battlestar Galactica game?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'd like to have it or whatever." We're chatting about it. She's like, "It was there for $3." was there for $3 and it was gone.
Dang, of course it was.
But anyways, that was the one opportunity that I had.
Dang.
But yeah, super glad that I got an opportunity to play that.
That's a good pick. My number one, Battlestar Galactica. By far and away my favorite game from this year. Even Stone Age, I really enjoy Stone Age, and there is a huge distance between 1 and 2.
Yep.
Big distance between 1 and 2. I watched the original Battlestar Galactica.
100%.
Started watching the new Battlestar Galactica. Had a very hard time wrapping my head around Starbuck not being a dude. But Katie Sackhoff did an amazing job in that role.
Sure.
She did an amazing job pulling that character together with
Yep.
all of the nuances that were there. Part of my liking of this game is how much I liked the TV show, even after having to get over that hurdle. But it was a really great show, and it was a really great game. Now, I don't have as much experience with all of the expansions. There are some expansions that I just read about, and I was like, well, I have it. That's how I read about it. And then, like, I don't know if I'm going to like this. Yeah, some of the expansion stuff just goes off in a direction
Just
that
adds too much.
Yeah, it adds too much stuff to it. But I'm willing to go through all of it with you because I know you're probably interested in all of it, and I'm super
100%.
I'm super ready to go do that as well. Definitely by far and away my favorite game of this year, Battlestar Galactica.
What a cool game.
Yep.
All right, my number one game
I'm wondering.
belongs in number one just because of the hundreds of times that we've played it and all of the versions since, but that's Pandemic.
Okay.
Yeah, Pandemic's my number one still.
Yep.
Pandemic is part of my collection all over the place, and
All right,
never get rid of my base Pandemic.
I'll let
It's
that
just gonna
stand.
stay.
I won't edit it out.
There you go. Don't
That's
edit
good.
that out.
I'll be okay.
But just for the, I don't even want to say for the nostalgia, because I still love Pandemic, and I still play Pandemic and all of its different versions. Obviously, once you play the
Legacy
versions, it's hard to go back to the base. But I really like the Warcraft one. I really like the Rome one. I really like all of those things.
And that's one of the things that Pandemic has going for it. If you don't like the base game, or if you're tired of the base game, you can go and play these other versions that are very similar, but have different feels to them.
Yep.
And that's one of the things that it has going for it. So that's really cool. Really cool. All right. Well, that is our top 5 games from 2008. Thank you for joining us. We certainly appreciate it.
We made it through.
Yeah, we did make it through. It was a rough year. I'm trying to think. We have an idea for St. Patrick's Day. We're going to do luck-based games for that. But otherwise, we're just going to continue going year by year. And then we'll sprinkle in some other ones there as we go along. But the next one's going to be 2009, and then we'll do luck-based games.
It came out of his mouth, so if it's wrong, that works.
That's true. Generally speaking.
Right on.
We're out of here. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you guys and gals on the flip side. Take care.
Take it easy. We'll hope 2009 is better than 2008.
It probably will be. This was pretty bad.
Later.